Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Who does this man think he is? When I tell you this whole episode had me on the edge of my seat, sweating like a pig, grinding my teeth, biting my nails, clenching my cheeks.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm finna just dive right into it. You see Conquest and Mark's fists collide into each other, causing an earth-shattering wave, causing all types of damage to buildings, cars. You even got motherfuckers flying off of the sheer force alone of this collision. And if I was to move to a place and I find out that they have even one superhero in the vicinity, I'm out that motherfucker the same day, cause I swear superheroes cause more harm than good. Y'all already know the Hulk and Toyota joke. You see Mark and Conquest having a test of strength, and you already know who's the strongest of the two. Conquest slams Mark to the ground, causing a Hulk-sized crater in the ground. And then he gets to monologuing about how he's not here to bring a message from the Viltrum Empire, warning Mark to prepare the Earth for the arrival of the Viltrumites. Nah, he's way past that. He's here to cause chaos and bring destruction, plus to beat the brakes off of Mark, all for the love of the game. Oh no. Buddy tripping. He told Mark he wants him to resist, and I'm not gonna lie, Conquest, that's strike one from you, because that shit was a little sus, but we gonna let it pass for now. As Sam Sulek from the future over here gets to talking his head off, Mark get tired of the bull coming out his mouth and beams him dead in his chin, and then he tackles him through multiple apartments. Like I said, I wouldn't move anywhere where there's a superhero living in a 10-mile radius. These motherfuckers don't care nothing about your living situation. We see Conquest standing on top of the rubble and picking Mark up by his arm, because of course Mark's sorry didn't come out on top in that situation. Grabs him by the neck and tells him he wants more. Mark slams into his great value Infinity Gauntlet and hits him with his favorite combo. See, if we recall, Mark did this same exact move to the Full Hawk Invincible, but I'm telling you, you gon' need to do a lot more than perforate his eardrums to get the dub over him. You need to lock the in, Mark. And guess what? That's exactly what he does. He starts giving him that work, throwing all types of punches, knees, and combos. He's even aura farming, doing this little flashy flying maneuver before knocking him past the stratosphere. What are you doing all of this for? Can't nobody see you up here? Who you trying to show off for, God? I'm not gonna lie, he's giving off that same energy Piccolo was when he did this unnecessary spin going towards jail. Eve ain't even up here to see this. She's still in that coma your evil counterpart put her in off of a simple broken leg and a little slam to the ground. How the f you even get taken out like that? Walk that off, Eve. You'll be alright. They legs broken every day, B.
You be alright, nigga.
These two are floating in space, and I'm not gonna lie, Mark low-key seems like he been holding his own, but then Conquest does the wildest emote I done ever seen in my life. This man blows a bubble made from his blood, forms it into a heart, and blows it at Mark. Steerack 2! You know he been waiting to use this on a motherfucker. You gonna do this in the middle of a battle? Get your freak on out of here. That's strike two. I'm telling y'all, it's something about Conquest we don't know about. He got this Mark over here baffled, bewildered, befuddled. But right after that, Conquest takes off, and look at this face this makes right here. This man is unhinged. If I was fighting anybody who made this face, you got it. And Mark over here talking about,
You still sure this is gonna go your way?
Eve must have been going crazy on him, giving him that good poom poom, cause she got this boy over here feeling. But you know he ain't like that, cause right after that, Debbie at home with their new rebound, and Oliver watching this whooping unfold on TV, and you know Oliver wants to help his big brother, and this the type of little brother you want to have, ready to have your back at a moment's notice. But Debbie, you know you shouldn't have let that little dude go out there. You see what they doing to your other son who's older and stronger. Oliver's trying to catch up to the other two, but they flying at Mach speed. Well, Conquest is flying at Mach speed, and Mark's getting his ass whooped at Mach speed, but you get the gist. Look how fast Conquest is going, and then Mark begs him to stop.
Just listen.
Psych! You thought this man was gonna stop? Had that man f***ed up. He having way too much fun, and he's not even going all out. He's telling him that he still has a chance, and he's telling him, come on, you can do it, buddy. And I'm not gonna lie, the disrespect this man is giving you, I wouldn't take it. But then Oliver hits him with that clean pull-up. Yeah, that boy Ollie finna put the work on this man.
Oh, that brother is gone.
That was short-lived. Slapped the puberty right out that boy. He done turned his sights on Lil Man, and right as he's finna give him the beats, Invincible comes in with that sweet dance music. Oliver's trying to convince Mark to team up, but Mark ain't having it, and I'm not gonna lie, he was right. He was trying to look out for Lil Bro. He pushes Oliver out the way before he swoops up and gets to whooping his ass. Again, it's like, oh shit, here we go again. Then Conquest gets to monologuing again, and it's like, does this man ever shut up? And I guess he got tired of it too, because he headbutted the hell out this man. But he still ain't go down. He must have the nigga chin. But Mark starts beating the brakes off this man, punching him over and over and over and over. Till he gets tired, and I'm telling you, I was yelling at the TV.
Whoop his ass!
It was way too much time left in the episode, and my smile started to fade away. Cause after he did that, I already knew what was about to happen. But now, in all seriousness, he starts talking about Mark's dad and how he's under the impression that he kicked the bucket right after he left because he thought Omni-Man was being executed. But little does he know, Omni-Man is still kicking. And I was low-key hoping that Omni-Man pulled up to save Mark, but that wasn't the case. And then here comes Oliver again.
This guy stinks!
And he once again tells Mark they should team up. You already know Mark ain't trying to hear that. He's basically just trying to keep his little brother safe. Like, nah, bro, you need to get the fuck out of here before he kills both of us. And Conquest lets them know,
I may be old, but I ain't no hoe.
and then pimp slap Mark like Sasuke does Sakura when his dinner plate ain't on the table by the time he gets home. Mark gets pimp slapped and Oliver gets the baby teeth knocked out of his mouth prematurely. And right here, this is when we find out how truly sadistic Conquest is, because he starts stretching the Laffy Taffy out of Oliver's little body. Come on, man. That's a kid. You can't be doing that. Mark sees that his little brother finna get turned into a fruit roll-up and stops it from happening, but then Conquest stops Mark in mid-flight, grabs his face and punches sonic waves into this boy's cranium. Oh, nah. Mark, play dead. Ain't no way you can win this. Throw it down. Cecil comes to pick Oliver up while Conquest drags Mark across the Atlantic Ocean. But then Mark gets flashbacks to season 1 because he pulls out the same move Omni-Man hit him with during the train fiasco. But this Conquest takes out a whole block, a whole district, a whole city even, just with the speed he's going at. And it's like, maybe Powerplex did have a point. Like within 30 minutes of them fighting, the amount of destruction and damage these two have done is insurmountable. Mark breaks free and punches him in the chin again, and as he's falling, we see Eve's pink orb, and Mark gets devastated because he already knows the type of danger she is just by being in the vicinity of this battle. Then as Conquest rushes after Eve, Mark grabs him and attempts to subdue him, but then he just chops him right in the leg, and it seems like Mark might be out of this fight. But that's cool because Eve has a few tricks up her sleeve. She ended up turning into a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and I'm like, yeah, it looks cool, but we already know this ain't finna do shit to this old ass nigga off testosterone. Look at him, look. But she must have heard me talking through the TV because she slows this man down while he's flying by increasing the density of the air. She start putting belt to ass on this man. But like all good things, they must come to an end. I'm over here shocked, my jaw dropped, my near look like hers. Mark sees the damage done and he breaks down and says one of the coldest lines in this episode.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
Now, he's over here taking this lightly, but Mark proved him wrong. He broke his stainless steel oven mitt, and I'm not surprised because there's two women that you don't f around with in a man's life. His mama and his woman. Either one of those will make a man go crazy. Crazy enough to break his own arm just to do more damage to yours. He catches Mark in a bear hug and tells him,
Just because you get angry doesn't mean you get stronger. That's not how this works.
A bullshit?
he took a chunk out of this motherfucker's shoulder like it was a ribeye steak. And you know his old ass, tough, leathery ass skin had Mark sick. You see how quickly he spit that shit out? And then we see Eve start radiating this energy. I thought Conquest sent this girl to the grave. Mark peeps there's something going on in Eve's direction, and Conquest uses that opportunity to catch him off guard. Mark, Lock in. You had the ups on this man. And then he whispers in his ear,
I am so lonely.
strike 3, strike 1, 2, 3. That's it. I told y'all was something about this freak ass that we didn't know about. He was trying to get at Mark the whole time. But anyways, Conquest goes on telling Mark why no one likes him and how everyone fears him and why he's alone. And I'm thinking to myself,
I don't give a fuck.
I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. You talking, big fella. Eve start levitating and glowing and does her best Iron Man impression and hit old McDonald with the unibeam and deep fries the hell out this man Conquest. Turn him into a walking filet mignon. And I'm thinking this is the end of Conquest until he hits the Undertaker and rises up with smoke coming out of his body. Does this motherfucker ever die? Conquest said he gonna finish Eve off and I'm like, can you blame him? Huh? Look at Eve's sack.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Mark ain't going for none of that. And he starts pummeling him until he catches his arm and breaks it. But that ain't gonna stop Mark, cause then Mark literally headbutts this man to his end. Literally. Over and over and over and over. And just keeps headbutting him until he turns into Viltrum butter. I'm not gonna lie, this was a good episode. I mean, the whole season was fire, but this right here, crazy.
She addicted me just like some Ritalin. Your girl up for grabs, I snatch it and dance. Don't know why she play like she innocent. I get to the bag, I'm thumbing through cash. You know that I'm counting up dividends. Put this shit on my back and stack up on racks. Wake up and I'll do all this shit again. I've been up for 7 days and I'm making plays. Can't let nothing take all my energy.